What happens when arrogance meets true mastery? In a crowded gym, a cocky black belt thought it would be funny to shove an old janitor, but he had no idea who he was messing with. What happened next left the entire room speechless. This story will remind you why respect matters, and why you should never judge someone by their appearance. If you enjoy powerful stories like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Now, let's get started. The evening crowd at a busy martial arts gym in Chicago buzzed with energy, the sound of gloves hitting pads echoing off the walls. Among the students, Tyler stood out, not just for his skill, but for his attitude. A young black belt with talent to spare, he thrived on attention. He laughed loudly, corrected others without being asked, and made sure everyone noticed when he sparred. Confidence had slowly turned into arrogance, and most people simply tolerated it. Near the edge of the mat, an old janitor quietly moved his mop across the floor. His clothes were plain, his posture slightly bent, and he kept his eyes down, as if trying not to disturb anyone. Some students barely noticed him, while others ignored him completely. But Tyler noticed, and saw an opportunity for amusement. With a smirk, he nudged one of his friends and nodded toward the old man. "Watch this," he whispered. As the janitor passed by, Tyler stepped forward and gave him a careless shove. It wasn't hard, but it was enough to make the old man stumble a step. A few students chuckled, unsure if they should laugh or stay quiet. The janitor steadied himself, gripping the mop for balance. For a moment, it seemed like he would simply walk away. But instead, he paused. Slowly, he placed the mop against the wall and turned around. His movements were calm, controlled, nothing like someone upset or afraid. When he looked at Tyler, his eyes were steady and unreadable. The noise in the gym began to fade as a few more students noticed what was happening. Tyler crossed his arms, still smiling, expecting no reaction. The old man took a step closer, his presence suddenly heavier than before. In a quiet voice, he said, "Respect isn't optional here." For a brief moment after the old man spoke, the gym felt frozen in place. Tyler let out a short laugh, trying to brush off the strange tension that had settled around him. "Or what?" he replied, his voice louder than necessary, hoping to pull the moment back under his control. A few students shifted uncomfortably, sensing that something wasn't right anymore. Before anything else could happen, the door to the office swung open and the gym owner hurried out, his expression changing the instant he saw the old man standing there. "Master Lee," he said, almost under his breath, rushing forward with visible concern. He turned toward Tyler, his tone sharp now. "Do you have any idea who you're talking to?" The room went completely silent. Tyler's confidence faltered. He started, but the owner cut him off. "He's the reason this place exists," he said firmly. "He trained 3 national champions before you ever stepped on a mat." A wave of realization swept through the students. Eyes widened, whispers died instantly. Master Lee raised a hand slightly, signaling the owner to calm down. There was no anger in his face, only quiet authority. He stepped toward Tyler, who now stood stiff, unsure what to do. Without warning, but without aggression, Master Lee reached out and guided Tyler's wrist. In one smooth, controlled motion, he shifted his balance and gently brought him down, not with force, but with precision. Tyler found himself immobilized, unable to react. Just as quickly, Master Lee released him and stepped back. No damage, no humiliation beyond the lesson itself. Tyler slowly stood, his face flushed, eyes lowered. Around them, no one spoke. Master Lee simply picked up his mop and returned to his work, as if nothing had happened, but everything had changed.